everyone, welcome. Hi Brittany. Hi everyone, welcome. This is a little bit of rose, wisdom and a little bit of sacred sound as we go into this full moon in Aries. Powerful times that we're in, and another full moon. This time in the sign of Aries. So this is very much a fire moon, and I wonder if some of you will have recognized the power of the sun in this last week. We've had a lot of sunspot activity, a lot of energetic pulses from the sun, and I know that's led for some people with sleep disturbances and issues with energy flux, lots of interesting physical challenges along the way once we get to a lot of sunspot activity. Hi Judith. So yes, these are interesting times to navigate, that's for sure. And of course, as I've said before, you know, when we get full and new moons, there's an extra pulse activity that is giving us the gift of perhaps the sight of something else that's, you know, wandering through, that's asking for us to refine and align these different points on our journey. So apart from the Earth bowl, the big space holder that wanted to come and play this evening, most of these are actually golden bowls in some way, which I feel really reflects the fact that this is a fire moon. This is a powerful, powerful point. You know, when we look at the dance between Aries and Libra, and Aries being the first sign of the zodiac and this fire sign, really calling us to make connection with our deepest longings, our deepest desires. So it's very I focused. And then if we look at the balance of where the sun is in Libra, Libra wants balance, Libra wants harmony, Libra wants a much more we-focused energy. So these are the different polarities, if you like, that we are being able to navigate as we move through this full moon portal. The sun is also, the moon is also conjunct at Chiron. So we can look and say, what is it that now wanting to be released into this fiery full moon? What is it that's complete? What is it that has given all its juice that we can offer into the alchemy of the fire? Each full and new moon that we experience, particularly through the passage between the equinox and the solstice, is absolutely calling us to refine and align. What is wanting to be released? What's wanting to be seeded? What's wanting to be birthed? What's wanting to be brought into the matrix? These are powerful points of completion, and yet they're powerful points of breathing some new aspect of ourselves out into the world. It feels to me that we are in such a rapid point of change, both externally in our world, but also internally in what's occurring for us and how we relate to the world, relate to our lives, relate to the journey that we've had this far. What's wanting to come forward? What is really given all of its juice? What is complete? And we're being asked to travel light. We're being asked to travel light as lighter as light, in order to be able to have space to bring these new keys and codes of energy and focus that are coming forward for us. So shall we see what the roses have got to offer us as wisdom in this coming time? What can be reviewed on this full moon? What can be brought to awareness? So, the first one we have this evening is Rose Ma 4. And Rose Ma 4 says, I am nurturer. She is absolutely the nurturing essence of the feminine aspect of self. So she's saying, you know, what is there that wants to be reviewed? Do you need to have a look at a different way of self-care? Do you need to have a look at your nutrition, at your diet? Is there anything that you've become addicted to? I mean, I love coffee, and I'm having to really review what it is that's, impacting in any way on my my ability to sleep, actually. You know, is there anything that needs to be released in your diet? Is there anything that needs to change? Is there a place in which you need to nurture yourself by going into nature more? Is there another way that you need to nurture yourself by your exercise? All of these things call us into this place of refine and align. What optimizes your well-being on all levels and allows you to take your gifts into the world in the most energized and potent way. So you might like to just put a hand on your higher heart chakra and just breathe in this beautiful, beautiful energy. She's one of the roses that came from the Alhambra in Granada in Spain. And she has such depth, and yet she's often a rose that's overlooked in the oracle. She doesn't come up very often, but she asks us to acknowledge that need to nurture self. And this is a beautiful time as we're going into the shorter days to look and see what maybe wants to come in. You know, so the sort of roasted vegetables, the squashes, the carrots, the sort of the orangey coloured vegetables that can really nurture the spleen. They offer us a sweetness as we move into these shorter days. So just breathe in her energy and acknowledge, I am nurturer. My body is my temple. My body tells me what it is that I need to step forward with at this time that is going to optimize my health, my vitality, my well-being. She has just such a gentle and powerful energy and soothing on the soul. Let's see what our second rose wants to be this evening. So we have Rose Bagua 6. Again, a really perfect rose to come forward for this particular reading. This rose is all about helpful friends. The Bagua is a set of 9 roses in the Rose Oracle, and each one gives us an insight into different aspect of our soul's journey. This rose speaks to us of the connections, the importance of connections in our lives, of community, of family, be that birth family or soul family, spirit family. These connections that we make that have a depth and a foundation in our lives that offer us, through the lens of the Bagua, if I work on a diagonal through this box of 9 squares, into this arena of wealth and blessings. So at the root of wealth and blessings and the feeling of wealth and blessings in our lives is the valuing of helpful friends, those that bring a richness and a quality to our lives that have an enriching process. So again, I invite you to just put a hand on your high heart and just breathe in that sense of feeling connected and supported and nurtured by others around us. And you might like to take that in as an in-breath, and then on the out-breath, see how you step forward to nurture, support and inspire others. It's always a giving and a receiving. It's like the in-breath and the out-breath of God. And this rose has almost an ethereal quality to her. She's very unique in the Rose Oracle. She brings a very different quality to many of the other roses, actually. And let's see what our third rose is. And it's another one of the Rose Bagua roses, actually. It's Rose Bagua 7. And Rose Bagua is in the part of the Bagua that's all about children and creativity. She's like an explosion. She's like a joyful explosion. So she calls us to review. Are we making time for creativity? Are we making time to birth new projects? You know, children isn't just physical children, although I have children and grandchildren. It's also about, you know, birthing businesses, birthing creative projects. So this rose is calling us, and she's asking us to have fun. She's asking us to explore what might be an absolutely joyful aspect of our experience. Just in the same way that children are often just innocently joyful, there is just an aspect that comes through just through the simple act of playing. Do you offer yourself enough creative playtime? Just exploring different aspects of your own expression here. So again, if you'd just like to place a hand on your higher heart and just breathe in that sense of creative energy. You know, we are all aspects of God. We are all aspects of creator energy. So our creativity is at the very core of our being, at our very essence. This is who we are and how we relate to the world. So this beauty is really calling us to step into that. You know, are you developing, are you incubating a new project? Is there something that's beginning to sort of bubble? Often when we come into these more contracted points in the year, we get time to reset. We get time within the shorter days to be able to reflect, to be able to perhaps look at other aspects of our creativity that we haven't been able to be in full contact with when things are very much in the busyness of outside. We're moving into the most yin time of the year, the most inner point of our year's expression. And what's at the depth in the core of you that is calling to be explored? So this is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to connect in with that. So these are our 3 roses for this evening. I am nurturer. But first, of course, I have to nurture myself. I cannot give from an empty cup. I have to take time to know what nurtures me. Do you know what nurtures you? Do you know what fills your cup? These are just the perfect points of exploration that this invitation for this time brings. And Aries brings us into this I point, this, first sign of the zodiac. I am here, I've arrived, here I am. So she's saying, what is there here I need to be able to pay attention to? Because when I am nurtured and nourished at a deep level within myself, my cup overflows. I give effortlessly and easily. But firstly, I have to know what nurtures and nourishes me. And then I need to find that way of gifting it to myself. And then either be able to take that out into the world and share it, or share the results of that fact that I know how to nurture and nourish myself. Second rose. Rose Bagua 6. To really recognize the value of those treasured ones around us. How they add a richness. How they are at the root of the wealth and blessings in our lives. And now more than ever before, community is so, so important. We are entering unknown times, uncharted waters. And I said that in 2020. Little did I know that 2 years on, we would still be facing this really unknown future. Both, from an individual perspective, but also as a community and as a global community. And it really behoves us to treasure those that we have around us. None of us knows how long we're here for. None of us. We have to step forward each morning in the unfolding of the day, in the fullness of who we are, and in the joyful greeting of those that are part of that experience of that day. Treasure the helpful friends. These are at the root of community. These are at the root of the sense of our journey here. And they are certainly at the root of a sense of wealth and blessings in this journey. And Rose Bagua 7. And she says, joyful expression. This is the area in the Bagua which is all about children and creativity. Can you become as pure and innocent as a child and just play? Hi, Jacqueline. Hi. This is a wonderful, wonderful time to gift yourself the opportunity to perhaps to explore writing, perhaps to explore creative writing, poetry, perhaps it's painting, perhaps it's, a new way of cooking, Maybe it's planting a garden, planning a garden for next year. Whatever way that we can nourish ourselves creatively. Hi, Anne. It's just wonderful, you know, and it nurtures us at a soul level. So these 3 roses really feel to be a reminder, a really potent reminder of the qualities in our lives that really matter. And this is really what this time is about. For us to get really super clear about what really matters. What's a non-negotiable? What is a quality of living and a quality of life expression that gives my life meaning and value? And the ultimate, of course, is the quality of heart. What's the quality of love that you can weave into any of these things? Your creativity may bring forward the opportunity to sing. Can you sing with your heart? Can you write with your heart? Can you show up with love? Regardless of what is showing up in your lives. So, the other, well, I think my little candle might be just about to go out. Oh no, it's done something. Hang on a minute. Because this is about fire, and because I found this little candle holder just a few days ago, this is a candle holder that I bought in Salisbury Cathedral, actually, many years ago. And the writing on it, there's writing all the way around, and it says, "Stir into the flame the gift that is you." Now, this is a fire full moon in Aries. What are you going to stir into the flame? What is it that you want alchemizing into an outer expression? What is it you want alchemizing to actually perhaps bring closure to? But what are you going to stir into the flame of this particular full moon? So, we have our 3 roses, and I just invite you to listen and perhaps tune in to 1 or even all 3 of the roses and just listen to the sounds. These are all the crystal alchemies, and they are beautiful carrier waves for the roses. And to finish, the little koshi chime that is the fire energy. So on this full moon in Aries, with the moon in Libra. I think it's at 16 degrees of Aries. Just be aware of the dance between that fire energy of the Aries energy that is really wanting to sort of move ahead and is very focused on what I want, I need, I want to get, where I want to be. And that dance between that and Libra, because the Libra is calling for harmony and balance and love in all things. So weaving these two energies so that perhaps our action is driven by love and harmony and balance is the way to go. That actually we find a way to be love in action. And the world needs a lot more people who can consider their action through the lens of love, through the lens of the heart. And of course the heart will always look at we. How does my action affect others? So enjoy the roses and enjoy this full moon. And yeah, see what the alchemy of fire that comes with this full moon in Aries offers for you, and invites you to see what is wanting to be seeded next. Okay, so enjoy your day tomorrow. The full moon in the UK is, I think, about 9:55 in the evening. And I should be visiting my dear friend Pam Gregory tomorrow evening, so we'll be full mooning with lots of deep chats. So yeah, enjoy your day, and thank you for joining me, and much love and rosy blessings. Bye for now.